everyone, and welcome back to another speed build. So today I am renovating my legacy house. So I have this Let's Play on my channel where I literally just cause chaos. I cause mayhem. It is called Messing with My Sims Life. I love these characters so much. I'm having so much fun playing with them and creating their storyline. So we're about to enter a new era in this legacy. So I was like, you know what? We're gonna rebuild the house. So I am full renovating, new floor plan, everything. We're getting the whole works. I definitely tried to experiment a little bit with this house to start, and then I hated it. So I went back to the original shell of the home. But yeah, I played around a little bit with the roofing, and now I can finally see what I'm building. Since there's no snow, I was like, you know what, we're restarting here. So right now, I basically just went through and blank slate. We have a blank home, and yeah, that's what we're doing. So I decided to keep the bump out where I originally put Hunter's bedroom. That was an addition that I made to this house because obviously Hunter was moving in with the family, and they were originally just friends, and now they are engaged. So things are very different in this house. I literally love these characters so much. So honestly, the way my sim Hunter and Janae became friends was basically Janae just invited herself to have a stay over at my house, and I said, you know what, yeah. And I came up with this whole crazy storyline that she hated her husband, they were having problems, and that's what we ran with. So they ended up getting divorced, and Hunter's had two boyfriends now, but I think her and Janae are endgame, so I'm really excited. So Janae has 4 kids. One is actually a foster child that she's just housing to go to school in Copperdale. So then she has her 3 other biological children that she had with Marcel Price. And now Marcel is living in an apartment in San Myshuno by himself. And he invited himself over last time, and I said, no, we don't want you here. Honestly, I don't even know what my thought process is with him. I don't know why they got divorced. I don't know what he did. But it clearly was not, it was clearly something that doesn't sit right with Janae's soul. So that's what we're going with, and we're standing by our girl. I am a Janae stan. If there's one thing about me, I stan this girl. So I love it. I love this family, and I'm super excited to continue to play with them. But yeah, so we're about to have a couple teenagers age up. So I'm thinking what we're gonna do is, I built bedrooms for them in this house, but I think I'm gonna have them move out because they're gonna become young adults. And I don't know. We might have to see if children are in store for Hunter and Janae on their new journey in their relationship together. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, so basically I love this house. I think this house is so cute, and it turned out very interesting for me because it definitely posed a different type of build, because I never usually stick to a basic shell. I usually start from scratch and I just kind of go with what feels right. But this time I did make a couple adjustments to the shell of the home, but for the most part I kept it pretty what it was. And I really enjoy that. I think it was a lot of fun. It was definitely a different type of challenge for me to balance that out. I wanted basically the house to be a bit brighter. My style of build is definitely more on the bright side. I love color. I love light colors. I love the light beiges and the whites and some black accents, but for the most part, I'm a colorful person. I love having color everywhere. So that was definitely something that I really wanted to happen in this house. I feel like it fits the family's vibe only because they have so many children, and yeah, I loved incorporating a lot of different personalities into this build. So yeah, now I'm working on the floor plan, which was so fucking difficult. I'm gonna be honest. It was really hard. I struggled for a hot minute. Just trying to figure out bathrooms and bedroom sizes. I was like, this is actually a pretty difficult task. But yeah, so I kept the garage outside. So now every child has a bedroom inside. I turned the garage into a fun little area. But yeah, I used a lot of growing together in this build. I think growing together is one of my favorite packs to this day. Like, I am obsessed. I love the gameplay. I love the build items. I love everything about it. I literally think it's just incredible. But yeah, so I used a lot of that like sage green color and a lot of the cream color that comes with that pack. But yeah, so I did a bunch of adjustments to the house. This is not a realistic renovation by any means. I literally did whatever the fuck I wanted. But I tried to keep the original essence of the shell of the home. You know, adding a bump out is not actually that uncommon, so I felt, you know, all right, let's do it. And I had fucked around with the build a lot. Like, Hunter's bedroom is no longer all pushed to the side. It's now more centered. But yeah, I just like moved a lot of things around, but it's fine. Yeah, so there are basically 4, I would say, teen rooms. I really did not decorate anything for a child because now they're all teens. There's 4 teen rooms and there's 1 master bedroom. So there ends up being 4 bathrooms in the main home. And so 3 of them are upstairs, and then there's a little half bath downstairs, and then there's another full bathroom in the garage. So I really had a lot of fun with this. I honestly, one idea that I thought about was turning the garage into like a pool house sort of vibe and like having like a cool pool table and stuff like that. And honestly, I might do that when the kids move out. Something, I don't know. I might play around with it a little bit, but the day I built this was the day that Crystal Creations came out, so I really, really wanted to put that in this build. I think I might... So Janae, in the last episode, she's non-committal, and she keeps getting the want to quit her career. So in the last episode of my Let's Play, she quit her career and she became a detective. So I'm thinking after she's tired of being a detective, we can have her quit and then become a jeweler. And I would love to own a store and just sell jewelry and create like a cute little eccentric shop. I feel like that fits her vibe very well. It's just like very eccentric. And yeah, I just think that would be so fun to have and run my own little jewelry shop with this new pack. So that's definitely something that I'm thinking about. But yeah, no, the jewelry is gorgeous. I am obsessed with it, and I truly am so excited to play with that pack and like really hit the ground running with it and just see like what it's all about. I've been watching literally every single Lil Simsy video that she has posted about it, and it just makes me more and more excited. So I've done a little bit of playing with it, but I haven't done like a full playthrough. So I'm very excited to start doing that. It finally gives the crystals something to do. Like, I feel like the crystals were something that were just like there, you know, you like really didn't do anything with them. So I think it was really fun for them to like incorporate this and turn something that was like so, like, it's a part of the base game. So turning it into something that is like more meaningful and more impactful in your game. I love the fact that the Sims team did that. But yeah, so right now I'm placing some placement furniture, and girls, this house took me literally forever. I was freaking the fuck out. I was like, oh my god, why is it actually taking me so long to do this house? This little like sunroom area, I really was not sure what to do with it. And originally I put in the Crystal Creations table. That was when I was originally going to keep the outdoor garage as a bedroom. I really struggled with this room, so it took a lot of trial and error to figure out what I was putting in here. I had so much fun with this build, so I put a lot of personality into it, and that to me is my favorite aspect of building, is being able to just play around and add so much depth to it, you know? Yeah, it's definitely a different style of build than I'm used to. I feel like there's parts of me in it that I'm like always doing, but it was definitely different, and I like that. I want to challenge myself and try different things. It was so much fun building this. I literally just had my TV on. I honestly was watching Hannah Montana, and that's how I build. I just like sit in the dark and I play and I build and I watch Hannah Montana, and it's so much fun. It's so therapeutic for me. Like, I truly, like, this game, I cannot stress enough how much this game has done for me in my life. Like, I am Oh God, I love The Sims so much. It's so bad. Like, I feel like it's so corny and stupid to say, but like playing this game has truly changed my life. Like, so I still remember like the first summer playing The Sims 4, and it was, I will never forget, I was in high school. I was like a freshman in high school when it came out, and I still remember that first summer, and I did not do anything. I did not leave my house. I was addicted and I could not stop. And I just remember sitting in my house playing this game, watching Girl Meets World, and I was like, this is perfect. This is exactly what I want in my life. And it's just crazy to me how much my relationship with this game has evolved, and I'm more excited to play it now than ever, which is really crazy because I've been playing for over a decade, and I just like, I'm not tired of it. I know everyone likes to shit on it, and like there's obviously, trust me, I know there's a lot of problems with it, but I don't know, there's just something so therapeutic about it. And so I love it, and I'm just so happy that like I just make my videos about this, and it seems like people are enjoying them, so that makes me even more excited. But I honestly just do it for me. Like, I truly love this shit. Like, I'm playing anyway. I was like, you know what, might as well just hit record. But yeah, so this kitchen, guys, this kitchen is my favorite thing I've ever done in my life. The tile, the kitchen color, like the sage green, this is my ultimate dream kitchen. My ultimate dream. I want nothing more than a coffee bar and a sage green kitchen with gold accents. Like, hello, nothing would beat that. I would literally be unstoppable. No one could tell me anything ever again. So the reason why this build is so long is because I cluttered the fuck out of it. I was in debug. I cluttered this kitchen probably for like 20 minutes in real time. I like really tried to put a lot of character into it just because I was building this for Sims that I'm playing with. Usually if I'm building just to build, I will clutter it up, but I'm not gonna put like every little tiny detail in there because, you know, not everyone has every pack. With my friends too, like when my friends download my builds, like I always ask them like what packs they have. So I usually don't try to clutter them up too much. And also because a lot of my friends play on Mac, so the lag is terrible. But now I have a gaming PC, so I literally am just like, fuck it, balls to the wall. I'm putting everything in here. I don't care. And I'm just obsessed. I'm obsessed with how it turned out. This kitchen is probably in my top 3 of like favorite things I've ever done in The Sims. But yeah, like going back to my friends playing on Mac, my friend Jordan plays The Sims. So we all play. We literally have a Sims group chat called The Sims Girlies, and it's me and all my closest friends. We all play, and we just like, I'll like send them updates. I'm like, oh my God, guys, look at the new pack that's coming out. A lot of my coworkers, you know, are Sims players. So like, I'm always talking to them about playing The Sims. It's so fun to just like have like a little community of friends that like I get to talk about my favorite thing in the world with. And it's so fun. And yeah, so going back to my friend Jordan, the one night we were sitting in her house and we're just playing Sims, right? Like casual. I bring my laptop over. I'm like, all right, girl, let's go. Let's play. I'm building a house. And she was asking me for help to like decorate her home. And she was like, what can I put here? What can I do? Tell me why I looked at this game. I looked at her home, and I said, your mirror is like legitimately just like gray. Like there's nothing to it. And she was like, yeah, like the mirrors look like that. Then I take a look at the pool and it's like a sheen of blue. Like it's literally just like I don't even know how to explain what I saw. Like it was like a hard blue, just like in the square. And I'm like, hold on. Like, let me look at this. The Sim couldn't even see herself in her reflection. I was like, her graphics were turned down so low because it's on a Mac. It was like on a MacBook Air. Her graphics were turned down so low that it literally, she didn't even know that mirrors existed in the game. I was like, you can like actually see the reflection in the game. And she was like, no. Like, it's a gray block. And I was like, no, babe, like, it literally is a mirror. So the fact that she literally had no idea, and I literally live on, like Sims forums. Like I'm always looking up like different things and different things to do. And I'm always watching Sims videos. Like I'm obsessed with Griffey. I'm obsessed with Lil Simsy. I'm obsessed with so many people, but those are like my top two. Like I'm always watching their videos. So I feel like I'm constantly learning things. And I looked at her and I was like, no, babe. So I fixed her graphics for her and she was like, oh my God, this is a totally different fucking game. I was like, yeah, you've been missing out. Everything looked blocky. I was like, this is crazy. I was like, you're playing on like crazy mode right now. But yeah, we were just cracking up. I thought that was so funny. And I was like, no, like I'm changing your life right now. So then for Christmas, I got a gaming PC. And that changed my life. I was like, this is nuts. The graphic quality, the speed. I was like, this is everything I've ever wanted in my life. So yeah, I'm obsessed. I can't get enough of this stupid fucking game. I love it. But yeah, so now we are working on the living room. I tried to put as many skill building items in this house as possible, just because I want them to be set up for the rest of their lives. So like the knitting, I put that in here. I figured like when they get older, like they're gonna sit down and they're gonna knit in their little rocking chair when the little grandbabies are running around. But yeah, I really went for a different color scheme than I normally go for myself. I put a lot of jewel tones in here. So like the office, you can see there's like that burnt orange, reddish color. And then there's that navy blue. I usually go for light, which is all the kitchen. But I really wanted to do a blend of different things here. Like I really wanted to blend different styles because I feel like the two of them together are very eclectic. So that was something that was really exciting for me to play around with and really just bring in both of their personalities. I feel like the kitchen's very Hunter, but I feel like the office is very Janae. So that was something that I really tried to emulate in this build. Every wood is different also. Like there's not a single matching wood in this house, but that's okay for me. I'm really working on that. That's something that I know I need to work on is my OCD. So I'm like, all right, it's fine. They're different woods and it doesn't matter. They look fine. I love the way the staircase looks. Like when you first walk in the house and then there's this giant gallery wall that I'm going to fill with pictures of the family. I'm pretty sure Janae's kids are about to go to prom. So I'm going to put a couple of their prom pictures in there. I'm going to put Janae and Hunter's wedding pictures in there. I love these Sims. I love them so much. So playing with them, it is so much fun and I love creating their little storyline. I literally had Hunter break up with her ex in front of Father Winter last episode and literally get engaged immediately after, but it's because she knew that Janae was the one. Like she just knew it. She felt it in her heart of hearts. She was like, this is it. This is where I'm meant to be. This is who I'm meant to be with. Yeah, so now we're working on this little sunroom, which I love this sunroom so much. The windows on the outside are literally stunning. I'm not joking when I say this. Like, Seasons used to be my favorite windows. I think Growing Together beat it out. I am obsessed with the Growing Together windows and the doors and everything from that pack. I like put in a bunch of skill building items in here. So a little art studio, and I did a chess table because Janae is now working in the detective career, so she needs to work on her logic. A lot of mash of colors are in here. I love this deep plum and purple going along with the sage green. I think that is such a gorgeous color scheme. I tried to place literally everything possible in this house that like I knew that they would need. I would say it's like a good amount of like orange and green and purple. That's like the main color scheme with like hints of blue. I really tried to make it as colorful as possible. I used probably also every pack in this house. I did not give a shit. I was like, you know what? I'm building it for me, babes. I'm building it for me, and that's all that matters. So on the back deck, I just put like a little grill and a little table. So now I am bringing out the Crystal Creations. I don't know what they're called. I guess blocks? No, not blocks. They have like a glass covering over it. I guess they're like fancy cubes. To me, I'm calling them fancy cubes. And I really tried to bring in that like eclectic style that I'm obsessed with in this place. And yeah, so I put the art pieces on top of them, and I think it turned out really cute in there. So now we are starting upstairs, which is now bedroom territory. Again, obsessed with the for rent tile. I don't think I will ever use another tile a day in my life. I truly love it so much. I think it is so beautiful. It's just fun. Like, it's a fun tile. Again, Growing Together shower. Duh. The shower tub combo from Growing Together is the most gorgeous thing I've ever seen in my life. So I use it in every build, and that's okay. That's in all of the other bathrooms. And then for Hunter and Janae, I put in a cute walk-in shower. So I used the Snowy Escape shower head that just like hangs up on the wall, and then I put in this window. And I feel like it just looks so luxurious, and they have like a luxurious like spa type bathroom. Now we are starting on the bedrooms, and I honestly beep-bopped around. Like I found a furniture piece. I was like, I like this, but for their room. And I was just like throwing shit. I was like, here we go. Just like do it. My build style is very chaotic. I have no rhyme or reason for the way I do things. I just do it. Their room is super light and beige and brown, and that's just like what I wanted for them. I wanted their bedroom to feel very serene and calm. And then I pulled out the rug that I used to use for Hunter's bedroom, and I put that in here as like a little nod, just because I didn't want her to feel like she was losing her sense of independence. They're both non-committal, so this should be really fun. I'm really excited to see what happens with them. But in my fantasy, they are endgame and they stay together forever. So that's that. I love the way the bedroom turned out. It feels so calming and peaceful, and that's just what I wanted for them. I really wanted them to feel like they were at peace. So yeah, we're just working on the teen bedrooms now. I really had a lot of fun with these. I really tried to play into their personalities a lot. So, you know, Sydney is on the cheer team. Savannah is in her computer programming club. So I really tried to incorporate a lot of their personalities into their rooms. Even though they're going to be aging up soon, I still want, you know, like a space for them to come back to and visit and plan stayovers with them. And, you know, when they have their grandchildren, they can come in and show them like where they grew up, even though it's not really where they grew up, but I still tried to incorporate a lot of their personalities in there. So yeah, this bedroom is for Sydney Price. I love this sim. I literally think he's so cute, and he is a little cheer girl. So, you know, it's fun. It's cute. I might make him a little, you know, purr and get a husband. This color scheme in here, I love. I had so much fun with it. It was like very like orange and teal and very bright and vibrant. I feel like that just fits his personality super well. And now we are working on Savannah's room, which again, I went with very bright colors, but a little bit more of like the purples and the pinks. I don't know. She doesn't really read to me as a girly girl, but I'm a girly girl, so I love putting that sort of spin on these builds. I had so much fun just like incorporating different styles in their bedrooms. But yeah, so I gave her a little desk with a computer, and a good computer at that. She is set. This thing will never fucking break. I loved putting the different posters on the wall that like incorporated their personalities a bit more. Put a lot of gaming things in here, so you'll see a lot of like the gaming posters. Honestly, I love building, but I think I have more fun building when I know the sim I'm building it for, obviously, because then you can put more personality into it. So now we're working on Kevin's room, which is the like exchange student that Janae is hosting. And he has the biggest bedroom out of all the kids. He is the one that they're like, you know what? We love you, girl. We are going to give you everything. So I gave him like a really cool sitting area with a gaming console. And I gave him a bit more of like the darker aesthetic of this style from high school years. I love this bed. This bed is probably one of my favorites in the game. I went with this like darker blue and black theme with like a hint of orange. I thought it was a really cool color scheme, and I made it a little bit messier in here. I just felt like that really fit his personality. So I had a lot of fun decorating and throwing every single item possible in this build. But yeah, he has like a cool little gaming setup, and I ended up layering these two rugs because I felt like it looked geometric and cool. It probably doesn't, but to me it did in the moment. So I was like, you know what, we're gonna go with it. And now we are working on the final kid's bedroom, which honestly I forget his name. That's really terrible. I'm a terrible Sims parent, but it's okay. I made his more like football themed, so I think I'm gonna have him join the football team. He just aged up to be a teen, so I think in the next episode I'm gonna have him, you know, live out his football fantasy. He's very into reading, so I think I'm gonna make him like a reader and a football player, two totally different things. Honestly, I feel like this is like what I was like in high school. Like, this room would have been my perfect room in high school. I put the Sims poster in there, a lot of books, I put music up on the wall, very messy, and cute little stuffed animals. That was me. Like, my room used to have so many stuffed animals. And then I ended up giving Savannah this little stuffed animal. I just thought it was so fun, like throwing on these little clutter items. Those are the kids' bedrooms, and I don't know if you noticed, but there's not a single ounce of wallpaper in this house. I always wait till the last minute to do wallpaper because it stresses me out. It's like the final thing I always do because I hate making that sort of commitment. Unless in my head, like I know what the house is gonna look like and I know what color I wanna do. This house, I wasn't really sure. So I kind of just waited until the last second to do it. But I also love that hallway. I love the way the hallway turned out and the backsplash in the kitchen being that like orangey, like that orange tone, I think fits so well. But yeah, so I ended up going with like a beige. Of course, I went with beige all over the house. It just fits. And then every kid's bedroom, I ended up doing a feature wall. So I kind of took their color scheme and I tried to pick like a wallpaper that fits their vibe. Now we are getting into the garage. So there's still a full bathroom in here and I ended up turning it into the Crystal Creations room. Like that's literally what this ends up being. I just see it happening for Janae. I just see her becoming a little jeweler, and when we make enough money in our detective career, we end up quitting, and that's what's gonna end up happening. This house was humongous. Like a 5-bedroom home is a lot of work. But yeah, so I ended up using this really cool new wallpaper. I used like the darker teal color and I love everything in this pack. I think this pack is so stunning. All the little decor and everything like that. I ended up giving Hunter and Janae a little jewelry set, and I literally decorated their entire bedroom with this pack. Like that's what all of their clutter items were. You see, like I'm jumping all over. I was just doing the garage, now I'm recluttering their bedroom. In here, I ended up doing this little jewelry section, and then I have an extra seating area. So for me, this is like a cool hangout space for the kids to come and like if they have friends over, they can just like hang out in here. And so like this is like my vision of that 70s show where they like used to hang out in the basement. Like this is where all the teens hang out. Like this is where they're gonna have their friends over. That new bookshelf from the Crystal Creations pack is stunning. And the fact that we finally have a ladder on a bookshelf, we've been asking for that for literally years. So to finally have one, I'm so happy. I'm so pleased. So the fact that they gave us one without it too, we can finally like stack them together. I'm obsessed. I love it. But yeah, so this room ends up having like a little bit of like a plum and teal with a hint of orange from the plant pot. It has a little bit of that. So yeah, we're just cluttering up a little bit more in here. I put a games table in there as well because I love the puzzles that came with Growing Together. It's one of my favorite family activities in the game now. We are now finally doing the outside, and the outside took me a millennium. It really did. I'm gonna be honest. The fireplace gave me a fuck ton of issues because I was dealing with floors and I didn't know where they were coming from, and I ended up figuring it out in the end, but it's fine. We got it to work, and that's all that matters. And I love doing like a fake chimney and then putting a real chimney in there because then the smoke comes out. So all of the wallpaper on the outside is fully Growing Together. Like I said, Growing Together has become one of my favorite packs to build with because it has the best style in my opinion. I love it. I love a good craftsman style. Putting it all together, it's a sage green, and it just feels so bright and fun. So now we're working on the front deck. So I've tried to put together a bunch of pieces that felt like serene and comfortable, and now I'm adding in some garden pots because I always like to have my Sims grow plants. I can't keep a plant alive to save my fucking life, but my Sims, they are the best gardeners to ever exist. Now we are working on the backyard. The backyard ended up being one of my favorite parts of this build. I'm so serious. I went with like a deeper teal for the pool, so it's like very rich because I went with this like very light stone to go around it. So I feel like the juxtaposition of that really fit well. So I ended up building in this hot tub. The reason why I did this for the hot tub was so I could hang up these string lights. Even though I hate the stupid Sims Anniversary hot tub that we got with that roof, I think it's because it's locked to it. Like this, I was able to customize it and use the pillars that I was using on the rest of the house. So it feels a bit more built in. Like it just feels more like it's a part of the home rather than just like a standalone piece. I think it's so relaxing and calming. The fact that they went back and added in all of the different swatches of these stones make me so happy. I am so glad that they fucking did that because we were like battling out here for our lives. Like some of the shit was so ugly. We could still use more swatches, by the way. Like that's never a problem. I added in a little fire pit with some purple to accent the green out in the back. But yeah, so I ended up getting some debug cars for the driveway. I figured Janae would be driving a truck. I don't know why. I just feel like that's who she is. My last build, I could not find these stones for the fucking life of me in debug, and I found them. I'm so happy. they are everywhere. They are all over this yard. I use these stones all over the place. I just think it looks so nice. So something about The Sims 4 that I sometimes hate is that it's so locked to a grid system. So things like this, like the stones, I'm able to just create a free-flowing path. And that's sometimes what I need. I feel like it adds a bit more texture than just like the paint on the ground. Now we're doing some landscaping. I am not a good landscaper. I'm gonna be so real with you all. Like I'm terrible at it. I do the same thing over and over again, and you know what? It works. The backyard feels very lush, and that's what I wanted for it. So I'm very happy with the way it turned out. I need to work on my my landscaping skills. They're not the best. Finishing up the landscaping, and then I end up doing some terrain paint, put in a couple trees all over the place just to feel more, again, lush and like it's like an actual like landscaped home, and try to blend in a bit more with the surrounding areas. Let's pop into the game and I will give you guys a tour. So we are at the new home. Very green. But I love the color sage green. So you come up and there's this little porch area up at the front. I did this like cool little like 2-table sort of thing, couple plants. You first walk in and there is the little entryway with the coat rack and the umbrella stand. And then, of course, I had to add in a record player. I add that in all of my builds. This is our little entryway table, and right next to it is the stairs. I'm thinking, like, as time goes on, I'm going to add a bunch of pictures along this wall and make it sort of like an art gallery. So in here, we have, like, the little Crystal Creations display cases that I'm going to put a bunch of the jewelry that Janae makes in here, some artwork. Yeah, so we have the chess table and our little art studio, and that is our little sunroom. Off to the left when you walk into the house is our living room, and I'm obsessed with the little color scheme that we have going on, a little plum and sage green vibe. And then over here we have our dining room. Simple, you know, and this horse ranch rug I'm obsessed with. And then in here we have the office, and I love the way this turned out. Like the cute little sitting area, the bookshelves, I just love it so much. And then we come over here around the corner. We have a little half bath right here. Just an extra toilet is always necessary with a house of this many Sims. And this is the kitchen. I love this kitchen. I used a lot of Home Chef Hustle. It's one of my favorite kitchen sets, so I put it all over the place. We have the stand mixer, we have the rice cooker from For Rent, and then a little coffee and tea bar over here. This is a little back door out into the garage, which is our jewelry making room. My TV disappeared. Okay. Well, now it's just a sitting room. And we have the games table, and then a little sitting area with another bookcase, and then a full bath in there. We have the little fire pit right here, and then the pool, which love Gorge. She's stunning. And yeah, you look over here, it's very lush. I'm very happy that that's how it turned out. Like, I think this view right here is stunning with the Ferris wheel in the background. Like, are you joking? I would die for this fucking backyard. Like, literally die for it. Come back up, or the little back deck, and we just have a grill, a little picnic table, and then we have the little cheer mat for Sydney. Let's head upstairs. Upstairs, we start off in the hallway. And like I said, like I love this little shelf from Growing Together. But yeah, it's just like a basic hallway, not much to it. So we will start in Hunter and Janae's room, which I have the original Price household in here right now, but that's not going to stay that way. So over here we have their TV, their bookshelves, and I cluttered it up, all sorts of clutter. They have their little wardrobe and then their bed. Their bathroom is humongous, but yeah, they have a really cool walk-in shower, the toilet, and then the double sinks. So then we come out here, we have a hallway bath, and then we have Sydney's bedroom, which, like I said, the color scheme is just like orange and a light blue, green, teal sort of vibe. And then it's a Jack and Jill bathroom, actually, with Savannah's bedroom. So hers is like the computer room, and she's very into her gaming, just like our guy Kevin. Sydney is sitting in here currently playing video games. But this is his bedroom. I went with like a darker color scheme, like I said, and then I layered those 2 rugs. So in here we have Jaden's bedroom, and I think his color scheme is so fun and very vibrant and colorful. And then I put like the little retainer cup in here next to the little plushie on his end table. And that is the entire build. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this build and this video, and I hope that you guys can check out my Messing with My Sims Life legacy. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure that you hit that like and subscribe button down below, and make sure that you watch my Messing with My Sims Life Let's Play. It is very chaotic, but we are entering a new era. So we will see what happens with our girls, Janae and Hunter, after their wedding. So I will see you all next time.